First of all, what are the global goals? In September 2015, 193 world leaders agreed to 17 global goals for sustainable development, which were collected in the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. These goals are being pursued by governments, businesses, civil society, and the United Nations, who hope to reach them by the year 230. This agenda requires action for all countries, and its objective is to improve the life of all kinds of nature in the whole world, provoking the end of poverty, inequality, and climate change. We will take a look at two of the 17 goals, specifically goal number 13, climate change actions, and goal number 14, life below water. Global climate will continue to change over this century and beyond, unless everyone takes action now. The amount of climate change consequences on planet Earth depends on the amount of heat-trapping gases emitted globally, and how sensitive the Earth's climate is to those emissions. Some of the effects of climate change include temperature rise, length of the frost-free season, which has been increasing since the 1980s, affecting ecosystems and agriculture, changes in precipitation patterns, which have been transforming since the 1990s, heat waves, periods of hot weather lasting days to weeks and rising summer temperatures, the intensity, frequency, and duration of hurricanes and other natural disasters, the disappearance of the ice in the Arctic Ocean, provoking global sea level rise. Climate change is real, and it is affecting every part of our world in different but equally damaging ways. Affordable solutions are now available to enable countries to reduce the damage dealt. Every year, more citizens, industries, etc., are turning to a range of measures that will reduce emissions. On the 4th of November of 2016, the Paris Agreement on Climate Change appeared, with the objective of reducing pollution in order to stop the rise of global temperatures, as it is an issue that requires solutions coordinated at an international level. But what are the solutions to this issue? Some of the measures that can be done to avoid the destruction of our planet are: reduce the amount of heat-trapping emissions we are putting into the atmosphere. Stop deforestation and manage agriculture. Phase out fossil fuel electricity and boost energy efficiency. This technology allows us to use less energy to get the same level of production and saves energy and money. Financial assistance from richer countries to poorer countries to help adapt to the impacts of climate change. Prepare for impacts. Some effects of climate change cannot be preventable, like sea level rise, heat waves, wildfire risk, and extreme weather events. Inform people. Some industries raise doubt about the truth of global warming. This misinformation confuses the public about the growing impacts of global warming. It is essential that not only the government takes action, but also the citizens, who together create a community. But not only industries or governments should try to solve this problem. There are lots of things citizens can do to stop the damage. Pay attention to how you use water and light. Recycle. Replace all devices and light bulbs. Walk, ride a bike, or use mass transit instead of using the car. Make houses more energy efficient. And lots of other ways to help these goals be achieved, but the most important one is to spread the message, make everyone conscious, and reach ways to help the environment. Secondly, we will take a look at goal number 14, life below water. This topic is strongly related to the previous one, as they are both originated by the same reason, and that is the actions of human beings. Oceans provide key natural resources including food, medicines, biofuels, and vital aspects of human life, like rainwater, drinking water, weather, climate, coastlines, food, and even oxygen. They are extremely helpful in the removal of waste and pollution. Therefore, they are essential for the climate change action goal, as their temperature, chemistry, currents, and life drive global systems that make the Earth habitable for humankind. They also contain nearly 200,000 identified species, but actual numbers might lie in the millions. What are the causes of marine pollution? Toxic chemicals in water, including industrial waste pumped into the sea, household cleaners poured down the sink, and pollution in the atmosphere coming from factory chimneys. The shipping industry. Who is responsible of oil spillages, extremely difficult to clean up and responsible for suffocating marine animals to death. Sewage, sometimes not pumped directly into the sea, but into rivers. It can cause human disease and lead to beach closures. Ocean mining, which sites drill for silver, gold, copper, cobalt, and zinc. They provoke harsh environmental impacts, increasing toxicity. Human waste, like plastic bags, aluminum cans, trash, etc., and small particles coming from material poured down the drain. And finally, what can we do to help? Be careful with our chemicals, choosing eco-friendly household cleaners and public transport over cars. Not flushing away harmful particles. This includes materials like plastic, oil, beauty products, and more. Or switching to products that use natural materials. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Avoid products with excessive packaging. Bring a reusable bag to the grocery store, and be careful with plastic six-pack holders. And finally, the most important point in any global goal for sustainable development, educate yourself and influence your community. This is a work we all have to do together to save the nature in which we live in.